my name's Ashley Rice and welcome to my YouTube channel. You guys, I am so excited to do this video. I have been vegan for roughly a year and I feel fantastic. I feel like I've made such an amazing decision in my life and I don't ever see myself going back. I know that's a question a lot of people have of like, once people have gone vegan, do they ever see themselves going back to being vegetarian or going back to being omni? And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't ever see myself going back. But basically, I wanted to make this video just to update you guys on how I feel different after being vegan for roughly a year. I started the transition to veganism last November, so November 2017, October, November, I'm just gonna say November. I don't really know when I completely flipped over to just being vegan and not being a transitioning vegan. I didn't really keep close track of that. At some point, it just happened. Before I was vegan, I was vegetarian for 11 and a half years. And that was an amazing decision. I am so happy that I made that decision such a long time ago. It changed my life in so many ways. Just going vegetarian, I became way healthier. I felt like I could do more with my life. I wasn't as weighed down or as oily or as gross. I just felt lighter and freer. But as soon as I thought about going vegan, I was scared poopless. I was so terrified to go vegan, and like now the thought of that is really funny to me, that I was so scared to go vegan. But in the moment, it was an extreme reality for me. I thought I was gonna have to change so much about my lifestyle. I thought it was gonna be nearly impossible. I knew I had options, but I was like, am I gonna be able to find them all the time? Am I gonna be able to afford them? Like basically any fear that you have about going vegan, I had. And now granted, that was when I thought I just needed to go vegan overnight, because when I went vegetarian, that's what I did. I went vegetarian overnight and it did not faze me. But the thought of going vegan overnight scared the crud out of me. And so luckily, I don't even remember who wrote this article, but luckily I found this article that said, take it slow. Transition slowly. It's gonna be easier for you to keep, and also it's not terrifying. And I was like, that's so true. If I just transition one item over at a time, my life will be so much easier. Guys, I thought it was gonna take me like a whole year to transition to veganism. So not true. It took me, I don't know, a couple of months, maybe half a year to like fully become vegan. And obviously I still make mistakes. Sometimes I buy something and I bring it home and I'm like, shoot, is this vegan? And then I look and I'm like, great, it has dairy in it. Perfect. I'm still learning. I'm still learning how to talk to companies, how to talk to waiters and make sure that I am communicating to the best of my ability to make sure that when I order something, it is truly vegan. And so like, there's so many things that I'm still learning, but I feel so good, you guys. I feel healthier. Not as big of a transition as when I cut out all the meat that I was eating, but a big thing is I cut out dairy when I went vegan, and that was something that really kind of messed me up a little bit. I was a little lactose intolerant, but I loved cheese. I still love cheese. It's just vegan cheese and it's amazing. One night, probably about a few months into when I just went completely dairy-free, I accidentally had, I think, some sort of cheese that wasn't vegan. I think that's what it was. And I felt horrible. I was like, I'm never doing this again because I feel like absolute crap. Like, this is such a horrible feeling and I can't believe that I lived my life feeling like that. And so I have definitely noticed a switch in my health, and I just feel a lot more energized as well. Obviously, I'm still sleepy all the time. I need to be drinking more water. Like, there's other things I need to be doing, but just from that switch, I feel like I have more cleaner energy. I also feel really good with my choice to go vegan. I don't know what it is. I just feel, lighter's not necessarily the word, but I just feel really good. You know, before when I was vegetarian, I was just like, nah, it's whatever. I don't want to kill an animal. But after researching everything that happens to animals outside of just slaughterhouses, I think it really just started to weigh me down. And so when I decided to go vegan, it was really freeing. It's a decision you make in life that you look back on and you're like, that was the best possible decision I could have ever made. Even though I was terrified. I'm way more aware of what I'm putting into my body, and I'm making sure I'm getting the nutrients that I need. Whereas when I was vegetarian, like, I just ate whatever I wanted except for meat. That was kind of about it. Because I feel so good about going vegan, I feel like I'm not transitioning out a lot. And the whole point of my B2B vlogs was to share transitioning and to share like going vegetarian to vegan. And I feel like I've shared quite a bit of what I've experienced on my vegan journey. I know there's other things that I could share, but I don't know if they deserve like necessarily a whole video on them. So with that said, this actually is going to be the last video of my VDV vlogs. I am ending the series here. I feel confident in my choice. I feel confident of where I am at. I'm excited to keep growing and to keep learning and to hopefully, you know, always check to make sure something is vegan before bringing it home. Ugh. I feel like I've done what I can with this series, so I'm going to end it with this video, but I am so excited because I'm going to be starting a new series in 2019 and I cannot wait for you guys to join me. As I said, one of the things that terrified me was thinking I had to go vegan overnight. And there's so many people who are forced into believing this. There are some vegans who believe that's the only way you can go about it. And for people who can do that switch overnight and you feel confident about it and it's something you can keep up, like go to town, do it. But for everybody else who like me, that's terrifying. And I just want you to know that like you don't have to do it that way. If that is what's keeping you from going vegan, because really that's what was keeping me from going vegan for a few months, was this terror of, can I do this? Should I do this? Is this even feasibly possible? Even though logically I knew it was. So if you're like that, I am actually starting up a Going Vegan challenge starting in January 2019. My first video is actually coming out in a few days. And basically what we're gonna do is every single month, I'm just gonna challenge you in a way. Now the first one is gonna be a little bit trickier just because the first challenge is to participate in Veganuary. So if you're interested in participating in Veganuary, I'm gonna leave a link down below in the comments. Basically what you do is you pledge to go vegan for the month of January. You don't have to keep it afterwards. It's just to like really experiment with veganism and to learn a little bit more and also learn about more foods that maybe you'll be in love with even after you go back to eating the way you used to. So the first month is just going to be focusing on Veganuary, but after that, I'm going to start out really simple with just like vegan ice cream, vegan butter, vegan marshmallows. Like it's just going to be small, easy things that you can, for that month, focus on finding an alternative that maybe you really, really enjoy. So for example, February, I'm gonna come out with a Going Vegan challenge with vegan ice cream. So for that month, you could just experiment with vegan ice creams and then at the end of the month, you could go back to eating normal dairy ice cream. Or if you're solely wanting to become vegan, you can experiment with all the different types of vegan ice creams to find one that you really enjoy so that from then on out, you just buy that ice cream. I think one of the things that was so important in my transition was finding the vegan foods I liked. Because here's the thing, just like all other types of food, you're gonna find really crappy food and you're gonna find some really good food. And you're gonna find them at all different price points. There's gonna be some expensive foods that you're just like, why is this a thing? This is horrible. And then you're gonna find some cheap foods that are absolutely amazing. And you're like, whoa, my whole life has changed. I really think doing a whole month challenge will give you a lot of time to explore with the different options that you can find in your local area and be able to find something that you'll enjoy. And so when that month ends, if you wanna keep up with it, you won't feel like you're being forced into something that you don't like. You've tried a few options, you found an ice cream that you really enjoy. So that's what I want to start up in 2019. And as the series goes on, it will get more difficult, but I'm starting out super easy, super simple. But if there is a challenge that you would love for me to do, please let me know in the comments below. I would definitely like to make sure that I do that sooner than later, and I will totally give you a shout out in that video. So for instance, if you were like, oh, I've been thinking about going vegan, something that would be really easy to change out in my life would be mayonnaise. And so then for 1 month, I would do a Going Vegan challenge, vegan mayo. Anyways, I'm just so excited to start that because that was a huge thing for me, finding out I could transition slowly, and I would love to walk beside you guys as you either just play around, or if you do transition slowly, I would just love to walk with you in that. If you would like to be a part of the first Going Vegan challenge, it is going to be focused on Veganuary. You can start that off right at the beginning of the new year, or you can join in when I put out that Going Vegan challenge video. Really, you can do Veganuary whenever you want. Just a lot of people do it in January. Anyways, you guys, that is it for my VDV vlog and for the series in general. I hope you really enjoyed this series and hope you really liked this video. Let me know if you are on your vegan journey and where you are in that. Or if you've been a vegan for a while, I would love to know what makes you so proud to be a vegan. Just leave that all in the comments below. I would love to hear from all of you. If you're not vegan, totally feel free to just comment below whatever. It could be something about the video. It could be about what you did on Saturday, you know, whatever you want. But other than that, if you are new to my channel, I would love if you would subscribe and hit the little bell down below to receive notifications for my future videos. Also, if you enjoyed this video or if you enjoyed the V2V vlog series, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. And other than that, I'll see you guys in 2019. Bye.